to sign in and update the calendar. I sent you a username, and your username is your email address. When I click on mine, it automatically is going to add everything, but you're going to type in your email address and the password that I sent you. It should have come. If it didn't, let me know. Anyway, and then you're going to log in. And I will send you the right web address to go to so that this pops up for you. Okay, on the left-hand side, you are going to go to Events. And we are going to add an event. So I'm going to go up here. And the event that we're going to add is your midweek Bible class. So I'm just going to type that in here. Okay, now for the only weird kind of coding thing that you'll need to know is that this is too wide for the calendar. This would actually, like maybe you would see midweek Bible and then you're not going to see anything else. So we need to put a break in there. So the break is this symbol, BR, and then closed that symbol. And that basically hits, like it's hitting the return or the shift key to go down to another line. And then I'm going to do that again so that the time goes underneath the Bible class. And I'll show you this in just a second. So midweek Bible class, and then that happens on Wednesdays. So I'm going to scroll down here, and the start date will start at this Wednesday, which will be the 6th. And we'll choose the end date. It has to be the same starting and end date, okay? It kind of doesn't make sense, but it will in a minute. All right, and the time you have it at is 5 p.m., so I'm going to scroll down to 5 p.m. and click on that. And now this happens weekly, so we're going to, if it's a one-time event, then you're pretty good to go. But right now I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say it happens weekly. It's on the same date every week, so it's just set up the way that it needs to go. If you knew for a fact that, let's say next week Aaron's not going to be available and you're not having Bible study next week, you can always go in here and say, okay, he's here this week, but he's not here that week. And you would click on it, and it's going to say, it won't put on your calendar on the 13th that you have Bible study, okay? But I'm just going to get rid of that for now. And we have everything, and the only thing we're going to do now is hit publish. Now what I like to do after I put something in is check it out. So I'm going to go over here to Redeemer, and I'm going to go visit site. So then your site comes up, and here's your calendar. We'll click on the calendar, and we'll go down to May, and we'll go to the 6th, and here's midweek Bible class. Now as you can see, I'm on a big screen, and midweek Bible class probably would fit here, but if you're looking on your phone or a smaller screen, we put that BR right here, and we put a BR right there. And as you can see on the other nights, it doesn't show up anywhere. It's just a code behind the scenes so that things are not super wide and go way across on here. Okay, and as you can see, I made it go every week. Okay, now I think it was Vicky asked me if we could do something else with this, and so let's go back. We're going to come over here to where it says Redeemer Lutheran Church, and we're going to go to the dashboard, and that's that area that we started off in. I'm going to go back down to events, and I'm going to click on events, and this is the one that we just did. Okay, now there is a code, a meeting ID. So in this area, we're going to type meeting ID, and I will type the meeting ID. I got this off of your bulletin from last week. And then you have a passcode. Now, if this changes every week, then you'd have to put this in every week. But if it remains the same, then it'll be on here. And then I'll show you how people will be able to see that. So I'm going to update that. And I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go to the page again. I'm going to go to the calendar. Now, as you see, it doesn't show up here, but when they hover over it, then it does. Or if they click on it, if they're on their phone, then it'll show up here and they can copy and paste it. Now, I don't know what website they have to go to, if there's a specific website that somebody, needs to know about, then you could also put that in here, but that's how it's going to show up. That's kind of the basics of this. I will show you just like Trinity Sunday's coming up, and I already did put that in here. It's a one-day event. I didn't put a starting time or anything because we already have the service times in the calendar. Let's go to the calendar again just for real quick. Trinity Sunday's way down here. There's Pentecost Sunday, Trinity Sunday. But let's look how, let's say you needed to change this. Let's say all of a sudden you need to change something, like your divine service is no longer at 9 a.m. You click on that, and then right up here, edit event. And if you needed to change the time, then you would come in here and change the time. Now I say that this happens, you have a service, you have your divine service, and how it's set up right now, it's weekly. It happens every Sunday, and so it's going to occur once a week on the same day of every week. Again, if you were going to have a special service someplace else and you weren't going to have it that Sunday, we'll say like for Synod Sunday or something like that, you can always come in here and say that you are not going to have it June 21st or whatever Synod Sunday is. And that's it. We don't do any of these other things over here on the side. And so it's fairly easy to add stuff to it. And again, you know, if there's anything that you have a question on or you need assistance on with this, just let me know. And like I say, I always like to go into the calendar and check what I've done so that I can see if it's showing up okay. And it appears that it is.